So hello everyone, how are you? Good evening to all of you. Now let's come to the topic here. So we were discussing about this chapter probability and statistics. So today is the last class for this chapter, and in the last class we have studies about the statistics involved in this chapter. So we have discussed mean, mode and median. I hope that you found it very easy. What are all these? Then we studied standard deviation and variance. What is the relationship between these two? What is the relationship between standard deviation and variance? And then we went into the second topic, which is important, that is random variable. We discussed its types. So its type were discrete random variable and continuous random variable. And then we found relationships about the expectation and variance, where expectation was nothing but the mean of your random variable and variance is the same thing as here. And then we discussed the probability distributions according to the types of the random variable. Now for today's class, again there is an important part which is standard distributions. Okay, so we will be discussing these 5 standard distribution in today's class, and trust me, this standard distribution and understanding it may be something difficult, but the questions which are asked from these topics are easy to tackle. So if you are able to understand them thoroughly, then obviously you will be able to solve all those questions easily. And then this coming to this point, that is joint probability. Actually this joint probability is mentioned only in the syllabus of EC, but it has been seen that in this year and in the last year also, like in 2019, they have asked question in mechanical, civil also from this topic. So now you can't ignore this topic. Actually it is mentioned only for the EC guys, but now it is coming to the other branches also. Okay, so standard deviation is nothing but, or variance is nothing but the square of the standard deviation. Yes, so let's try the next question. Everybody give it a try, the question mentioned in the screen, and do ask if there is any doubt, conceptual doubt, not regarding questions you can ask me in the mail. If there is any conceptual doubt, then you can ask me right now. Yes, definitely it's a continuous random variable, because its PDF, that is the probability density function, is a function. Okay, it's not a value, it's a function. That is why it is a continuous random variable. So yes, it is a continuous random variable because its probability is defined using a function. So let's see how to solve this question. Fx is given as a plus bx when x is from 0 to 1 and 0 otherwise. This is the condition given, and one more thing is given, that e of x is 2 by 3. E of x is 2 by 3. What are you required to find out is x less than 0.5. This is the thing that is required. Okay, first of all, when you are asked about this kind of probability, we know that you have to integrate when it is a continuous random variable. Here this x is a continuous random variable. So to find this probability, you will have to integrate. Or if it would have been a discrete random variable, if x was a discrete random variable, then instead of integration, what will you do? You will do summation, because summation and integration are the counterparts when you talk about countable and not countable things. So what are you required here is to integrate your function fx with respect to x. But what will be the limits? Upper limit, because it is said that it is less than 0.5, so upper limit will be 0.5, and lower limit, can you tell me what will be the lower limit? Lower limit for this integration. Because x is varying from 0 to 1, lower limit will be 0 only. Okay, now the thing is, your function is given in terms of 2 variables a and b. To solve this integration, you need first of all, what are your a and b? So how to find out? So for that you have one condition mentioned. Use this and find out the values of a and b. Now what is the formula for? What is the formula for e of x? So e of x is given by x times fx dx from 0 to 1, because x is varying 0 to 1, and this is given as 2 by 3. So integrate So what will be this? Ax square by 2 plus bx cube by 3. I hope you know how to integrate these kind of basic functions. Okay, if you do not know what is the integration of x square, please go home and see various integration formulas. Okay, all those integration and differentiation formula you should be by heart. Okay, now if you substitute the limits, you will get this as a by 2 plus b by 3 is 2 by 3. Okay, now the thing is, you wanted to find out the values of the constants a and b and you got one equation. But if there are two variables and if you do not have two equations, how can you solve it? Yes or no? So you need another equation so that you can solve for a and b. Now tell me, who of you can tell me that what will be that second equation, or from where we would get that second equation? From where we would get the second equation so that I can solve for a and b? Yes, the second equation will come from the definition of a PDF. What is the definition of PDF? That its integration from 0 to 1 should give you 1. This is valid for every probability distribution we have seen in the previous classes. And if this x was a discrete random variable, then this will be, instead of integration, you will find summation of your probabilities will be equal to 1. So again, using this, I'll substitute the value of this fx as a plus bx. So it will come out ax plus bx square by 2, 0 to 1 is equal to 1. So a plus b by 2 equal to 1. This is your second equation. Now can you solve 1 and 2 to get your a and b? Find out the values of a and b. Give me the values of a and b. Values of a and b, everybody. Find out using these two conditions. Let's say I substitute a as 1 minus b by 2 in this equation. So it will become 1 minus b by 2 into half plus b by 3 equal to 2 by 3. So 1 by 2 minus b by 4 plus b by 3 equal to 2 by 3. So b by 3 minus b by 4 equal to 2 by 3 minus half. So 4b minus 3b by 12 is 4 minus 3 by 6, that is 1 by 6. So this is cancelled. So it is remaining b by 2 equal to 1, that is b equal to 2. If you get b equal to 2 and substitute there, so a is equal to 1 minus b by 2, so a is coming out to be 0. So a is 0, b is 2. So we were finding out this value actually. So let's substitute this value over here. So we were looking for 0 to 0.5 integration of a plus bx times dx. Now a came out to be 0. So it is becoming 2x 0 to 0.5 dx. Very easy it has become. So integration of 2x will be x square. Value is from this. So answer is 0.5 square, that is 0.25. This is your final answer. Okay, easy question, but yet a bit lengthy, but yet it was quite easy. So I hope you are able to understand this question. So let's start with the next part of this chapter, last most important part, that is standard probability distribution. Write down these names from the slide. So you can see that I have classified standard probability distribution into two parts. First one is continuous one and the second one is discrete one. Now first of all, what are standard probability distribution? Do you understand the meaning of standard? What is a standard? What do you mean by standard? So a standard is a thing which is like followed by most of the cases, or it's a like rule. It's a rule kind of thing which is found very generally. Okay. So we have standardized some distribution because these distributions are followed by many of your engineering situations and real life situations. Okay, so that's why according to the real life scenario and the engineering scenario, we have classified some distribution as the standard ones. So now what you have to do, if you want to find out the expectation or some probability, now you do not do this integration again and again. We have just written down the values of mean and values of variance and values of all those probabilities in a tabular form, so that you can refer that table directly and then tell your required probability. So that is the case why we have standardized sum distribution. Okay. Now we have seen that probability distribution are of two types according to the random variable. Like if the random variable is discrete one, the distribution is discrete distribution. And how does its graph look like? So we have seen the graph will look like a bar graph or histogram. And similarly, if the distribution is a continuous random variable, then your graph will look like a curve and the distribution is said to be continuous distribution. So similarly, we have defined some standard distributions. Like continuous ones, there are uniform, exponential or Gaussian, and in discrete we have two, that is binomial and Poisson. Please make this thing in your mind clear that there are many such distributions available in our theory. Like instead of these also, there are many distributions there which have been standardized, but in GATE syllabus only these 5 are in course, so we will not go into all those distributions. You might have studied beta distribution in your BTech level or some gamma distribution in your BTech level. All those distributions are there, but in GATE course in engineering mathematics we have only these 5 of them. Okay. Yes. So let's follow now continuous distributions. These ones I guess you have written it down. Okay, so I'll dictate one question to you. Write down the question I'm dictating. So let's talk about the question. Write down the question. If calls arrive at a telephone exchange, if calls arrive at a telephone exchange, such that the time of interval of any call is independent of the time of arrival of earlier or future calls. The time of arrival of earlier or future calls. Arrival of earlier or future calls, comma, the probability distribution function of the total number of calls, in a fixed time interval, will be. So I hope you have written down the question. I'll repeat once again the whole question from the beginning. If calls arrive at a telephone exchange such that the time interval of any call is independent of the time of arrival of earlier or future calls, comma, the probability distribution function of the total number of calls in a fixed time interval will be which one? So I can see one of your answer as option C. So I have not told you anything about this distribution except that what kind of distribution they are. I have not told you anything about them like mean or expectation or anything about them except the fact that what kind of distributions they are. So only thing you know about this distribution is that whether they are continuous or discrete. Yes. So first of all, tell me Poisson is which one? Poisson is which kind of a distribution? So if you see the slide, then it's a discrete kind of distribution. While exponential one is continuous and Gaussian one is also continuous. You don't know about this one. Okay, and this is not in the course also. Okay, so what is the known thing to you is that what kind of a distribution is it? Okay, so one thing, if you are able to see that what kind of random variable you are talking about. If the random variable came out to be discrete one, then your answer will be option A. If your random variable come out to be a continuous one, then your option will be either B or C. So just look and tell me what kind of your random variable is it. Yes, what kind of random variable is it? Which random variables distribution is asked? So the random variable they have mentioned is number of calls. Distribution of number of calls has been asked. Now this number, will it be discrete or continuous? So definitely all of you are answering very correctly. This will be discrete because it's a number. Either the calls will be 0, 1, 2, 1 lakh, 2 lakh. The calls can never be 9.1 or 10.01. The calls cannot be, number of calls cannot be like that. So definitely this random variable, whatever it may be, but it should be discrete. So its distribution should also be discrete. So what will be the answer? Answer will be option A definitely. Okay, in this kind of questions, the only thing you need to focus is what kind of variable, random variable is it? This was discrete one. So the answer is option A. Now let me change the question a bit. So the question was asking you the probability distribution function of number of calls. Now I am changing the last line of the question, and now if I ask you that what is the probability distribution function of the total or the duration of calls, let me write like this. This is asked, what is the distribution of the duration of calls? Now, what kind of random variable will this be? Random variable here in this case is what? Duration of calls. What kind of a distribution it will follow? So you know that it will follow which kind of a distribution? It will follow continuous distribution. Why? Because it's a continuous random variable. Yes or no? This duration can be your 9 minutes or 9.1 minutes or 9.1111 minutes. Okay, so there is no thing like separate here. Like in this case, the number of calls can take a separate particular value. Here it cannot take such values. It will take any value in a particular given range. Yes or no? So that's why it's a continuous distribution. Yes. So its answer or the distribution it will follow will be a continuous one. So among these options, you don't know about gamma, but gamma is also a continuous one. So whatever your options are, like if I change the options are, let's say, binomial, Poisson, exponential. Let's say these three are your answers. So you know that it should be a continuous distribution. That's why your answer will be option C, not among the option A and B. Yes. So I think you understood the concept. Very good. So let's move ahead with the distributions now one by one. What do you mean by uniform, by the way? Tell me in the comments, what do you mean by uniform? Okay. So uniform means something which is not varying or similar to the or constant. All of you have replied uniform means not varying or constant. Very good. Uniform means that the probability will be uniform, means probability will be constant for every value of x. What is x? X is a random variable following this distribution. So the graph will look like this. This is your f of x. Okay, this is uniform. So this is your f of x. Now let's say this f of x value is k. Okay. Now can you find out this value of k? K is some constant. Can you find out the value of k in terms of a and b? Reply, how will you find it out? I have said that f of x, basically f of x is nothing but k only, because you know the graph is a straight line and the equation for a straight line is y equal to k or fx equal to k. So how to find out what is the value of k? So yes, we know that the total probability should be equal to 1. So we have seen that fx dx should be equal to 1, and because my random variable is varying from a to b, so limits are a to b. So using this you can find out k. Can you tell me what is this k value? What is this k value? Everybody got it? I guess it was very easy to find out this k value. The only thing you should apply over here is that total probability will definitely be equal to 1 because it's a distribution. So you find out finally this k is nothing but 1 by b minus a. So in all, I can summarize like this, that if x is a uniform, if x is a random variable which is following uniform distribution, then its function is written like this: 1 by b minus a when x is ranging from a to b and it is 0 otherwise. Okay, so the thing you should, first thing that you should remember is what is your function when your x is a uniform distribution varying from a to b. Okay, here the understanding is important, and in addition to that, remembering this distributions and formula for mean and variance is also important. Okay, now if I ask you to find out the mean of this distribution, what will you do? You have function f of x, and if I ask you to find out the mean, can you find it out? What is mean? Mean is nothing but expectation, and the formula for expectation is x fx dx. Can you find it out? Integrate this, give me the final result. What are you getting? Yes, are you getting a plus b by 2? Easy. Integration of x will give you again x square by 2. X square by 2, if you substitute, you will get this as b minus a whole square equal to 2, and if you solve this, you will get this as a plus b by 2. So another thing that you need to remember over here is what is expectation. So I am writing over here, expectation of your uniform distribution is a plus b by 2, and it should also be, look at the graph carefully, you should also be answer it logically that this is nothing but your mean. This should be your mean because it's a uniform distribution. Every x is having its same uniform probability. So mean will definitely be lying at the middle of your range. Yes or no? And similarly, if you find out the variance, what is the formula for variance? Let's revise. What is the formula for variance? So it was x minus e of x whole square into fx dx. Do you remember it or not? Using this formula, substituting ex value from here and fx value from there, you will get this b of x as b minus a whole square divided by 12. So, three things you need to remember over here for this distribution. One is this, what is fx value, then what is e of x value, and then variance value. Okay, because these are standard distributions, every time these will follow the same value. That's why we have standardized them, because we don't need to do integration all the time. What we will do, just we will say that x is a uniform variable, then it will be having mean like this, variance like this, probability like this. Okay, everybody got it? Okay, sorry, yes. Here it will come out to be x square by 2 and the limits are a and b. So it will be 1 by b minus a, 1 by 2 common, and x square if you substitute minus b square a square. Okay, so this is about uniform distribution. Now let's see the question. Again, in this question also you can see that if you look at this question carefully, then you do not need the knowledge of this uniform distribution for solving this particular question. See the question carefully. Do you need any of these kind of things? So most of the times these kind of knowledge are not required, but if the direct question comes about these things, like what is variance for a uniform distribution, you can remember this formula to solve it. Okay. So give the answer to this question. Very easy question, is it? So function is given to you. Probability that E lies in between 2 to 4 means this is required. E lying between 2 to 4. Okay, so you know that this is nothing but the integration of your function. Sorry, the variable here is E, so write it as E only. 2 to 4. What is the function given to you? Function already given to you in the question. It is 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 dE, 1 by 5. Integration of dE will be E. So this question would have been much like good question if the function was not given to you. If the function itself was not given to you and it was mentioned that this is E is following uniform distribution and varying from 0 to 5 mm per day. If this was given to you and the function was not given to you, then what would you do? You would say that okay, it's a uniform distribution. We know that if the uniform distribution is varying from A to B, then the f of E will be 1 by B minus A, and just substitute the values and you will get this as 1 by 5. So this would have been a good question if the function is not been given to you. Okay, but again this was a very easy question asked in 2014. Okay, let's move ahead with the next distribution, that is exponential distribution. Exponential distribution. Write down the second one, exponential distribution.